In this little video, we're going to talk about how we build a bulletproof routine for putting. Something you can hang your hat on under pressure and make those all important putts. This one kind of ties into the nerves and anxiety component that we talked about in another video. But I remember distinctly hearing Tiger Woods a few years ago when he was in his prime talking about what separated himself from the best players in the world when asked the question. His response was that he felt like his routine was something that separated him from the rest of the world. That no matter what, no matter the circumstance, he always executed his putt at the same particular time and did the same thing every single time. So therefore he never strayed, he never spent too long over the ball unnecessarily, he never rushed his putt and hit the ball far too quick. In this little video I'm going to talk about what I've experienced in trying to build a solid bulletproof routine. Okay, so here we are. We're going to build this bulletproof routine for you on the putting green. Something I like to ensure that all of you have when you hit your putts is to make sure that you have a nice exhale at the start of the routine and an exhale at the end of the routine. The reason I like the one at the end of the routine is because it's right at the point where you hit the putt, where it matters most, where you need to be at the most relaxed. A lot of people do a big breath leading into the putt, but by that time they go through their routine, and when they get to the point of actually hitting the putt, that anxiety levels increase, and therefore they get tense, hold too much air in their lungs, and they struggle to execute under pressure. If you can try and exhale before you go into hitting your routine, it's going to settle you down really nicely. When you get over the putt, sometimes the anxiety levels and the tension can increase right up until the point when you hit the putt. So what I want you to feel like you're doing is just before you're about to hit the putt, I want you to have a nice big exhale, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But first, let's talk about the counting. So you can copy this if you like. It's pretty simple. I call it the 1 to 8 count. So I'm simply counting to 8, and on number 8 is when I actually hit the putt. So I'm going to walk you through my routine. See if you can take some little notes out of this. So I set the ball up, address it like so. I take 1 step, 2 steps. So that's my count. I go 1, 2. Then I have a look at the hole. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now when I do the 5, 6, I'm actually doing my final exhale, which is my trigger to hit the putt. So, and then 7, 8 is when I actually hit the putt. So I'll try and do it in fast motion, but I'll talk out loud so you can actually see how it progresses nice and smoothly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with an exhale, and then 7, 8, and go ahead and hit the putt. Now the importance of the exhale at the end is really important, because right up until that point I was nice and relaxed, but for whatever reason, right at that point when you're about to hit the putt, that's when the tension and anxiety levels spike at the most. We've got to try and resettle ourselves again to be able to execute freely. Now the 1 to 8 count, you can experiment with this. You can have 6 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you like, it's up to you. As long as it remains the same, as long as you can document it, you can get a stopwatch out, you can time yourself. Try it on short parts, try it on long parts. As long as it's the same all the time, you'll start to get much more predictable results and have a nice bulletproof routine that no matter the circumstance, you'll be able to make that putt when it matters most.